Ba-da-bum, 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 bum, bum, ba-da-ba, ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da, bum, bum. Chicka, chicka, wow! Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Why is it not saying I'm live on Mixer yet? You know, honestly, Mixer just takes so long to do this nonsense. Let's have a look. Nope. Nope. I'm not asking you. I'm asking the world. Oh, you're watching me? Are you on YouTube? Are you listening to me? If I say, I'm actually live right now and people can hear what I'm saying. It's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. I have to behave myself tonight because my second from youngest son is watching me from the sofa. So ba-ba-ba. I hear that pop at the end. I friggin' love it. I could do that all night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to Radio Apocalypse, the late at night edition. Yes, we like it. We have had a wonderful, wonderful day. We had a barbecue today in my house. It was fan-friggin-tastic. Homemade burgers. Yep, I have made a little bit of content for that, just needing to be edited. I'm not going to edit the Easter content like I said I would because I will tell you later why. Not right now, but I will tell you later why. But today's barbecue was friggin' awesome. If you are on the Surviving Life Snapchat, you will have seen some of the wonderful things that I actually barbecued today. It was amazing. Hi, Barry. Hi, Jason. And hi, Shady, too. I'm sure I saw Shady there. I want to know, why am I not come up on Mixer? Let's have a look. Profile. Yep. Yep. No. I'm sure that I put the link on to Mixer for tonight. You know what? It doesn't matter. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. I'm going to check it out again one last time, see if it's come up. Does it say I'm live? No. Do you know what that means? That means that the stream keys probably ran out for it. But there we go. Well, we've got some interesting things to rant. Oh, you're making burgers tonight as well, Shady. Did you make them from scratch? That's what I want to know. And do I have you on my Instagram, Shady? Do I have you on my Instagram? Because I want to see what you're cooking. I like cooking. I like other people's food. I like looking at other people's food. You know, it's crazy. You don't need to talk to me, Ren. Ren, I can hear you. Are you still watching me? Oh my God. My second from youngest son, as I was saying, he's sitting on the sofa right over there. Okay, so I have to watch my potty mouth tonight because I'm watching you, Ruin. Yes, I am. I can see you. Uh-huh. Over there. You better be good. Yep, my food tonight, I made two different types of burgers. I have to make them kind of slightly differently. I don't just use just a big hunk of meat. I've got to make them a little bit softer and a little bit more juicy because I only have the ability to swallow things that are softer now. And even mince and tatties aggravates my throat where the scar tissue is down my throat. That's how I get a husky voice sometimes as well and have to lubricate it with quality coffee late at night. But there were great burgers, normal burgers that were sort of made with about 70% beef, 30% pork mince, all mushed up together. A little bit of bread and milk mixed in with it, a couple of egg yolks, mushed all that up. Pre-cooked onions, gone cold, added them in, good amount of seasoning, and they were great. Great. And then I used half of that mix to make 6 burgers, and then I made spicy ones with sriracha sauce, a bit of cayenne, a bit of paprika, just to make a bit of a spicy batch as well. They were delicious. But Shady says we got pre-made burger patties this time because the store was out of regular ground beef. That's a shame. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a pre-made burger. Nothing wrong with it. A burger is a burger. I like making my own ones. I've got a special burger press and everything, which is amazing. And this is really funny because my son's answering me as I say things. I'm going to just say something. Ruin, if you're listening right now, shut up. You're putting me off, okay? Do you hear me? Good boy. Yeah, he just laughed at me, cutie pie. Right, anyway, okay, it's not a game, okay? It's not a game to try and distract your old man from streaming, right? I've got a lot to get through tonight. So that was burgers, right? Tonight, though, we have got a couple of interesting things that have happened. And fingers crossed, the videos will play. If the stream drops, just hang fire. I will be back as quickly as I can. It's not dropped now for 2 nights when I've had open tabs, so it should be okay. So I'm about to do that. Oh, here we go. We're about to share a video link. This is all to do with what I've been talking about the past few days. Don't go down. Don't go down. We're doing good. No. Stay there. Come back. There we go. Yes, good. Yes. Right. So this is what we've been talking about the past few days. Matt Hancock and his inability with PPE and trust, and also the lack of support for care homes. Now, it just so happens that I just jinxed it. No, it's fine, man. My stream's fine. Barry, it's cool. Sorry, my technical engineer says I've just jinxed it. I am the gremlin in the machine. Yeah, Matt Hancock has produced a bit of a package for care homes, and I wanted to play his 3-minute video just now, let you guys see it and have a wee discussion about it too. So here we go. Let me just see if this will play. Please play. Please play. Is it going to play?
Will be
yes.
Tested
amazing.
Before
right,
being
hold on. Back to the beginning,
care.
Matt. Back to the beginning.
Test all symptomatic care.
Back. I tell you. Where are you going? I don't want you up there. What the fuck is going on? Right, there we go.
So that all care home residents who are discharged from hospital will be tested before being admitted into their care home. We'll test all It's not clap for the NHS, it's clap for our carers. And to take this further, we're today introducing
Barry just said the sound has gone. Is it back?
To symbolise the entire care profession. This is something I know so many people in the profession have called for. This badge will be a badge of honour in a very real sense, allowing social care staff proudly and publicly to identify themselves, just like NHS staff do with that famous blue and white logo. I know that many businesses will want to offer the same recognition and benefits as they do wonderfully to the NHS. We've asked the supermarkets to confirm that social care workers can have the same priority access, and I know that the public value your work in care as much as I do. I also know that we need more people to return to social care or choose to serve for the first time. To make that happen,
right, let me just stop it there for a second because we lost a bit of the sound, right? So I don't know whether you actually heard that you said that you was going to have pretty much everybody tested that was coming out of hospital, going back to a care home, the workers in care homes being tested, more PPE, and a ridiculously strong supply network for the PPE. All right, this is what he was saying there, and then he talks about this badge. The rest of the video is shit, by the way. Okay, I'm not going to play the rest of it. It's Hancock waffling nonsense, talking shit, and basically being a bit of a dickhead. Right, that's what it boils down to. And I don't trust the man. Okay, so I'm actually getting rid of that window now because we're not going to go through any more of his stuff. But the point being there is, right, um, this is a massive crisis in care homes just now. It's a ridiculous crisis in care homes. But he thinks that a little badge, a wee badge saying, I'm a care worker, you know, to say, look at me, I'm brilliant. We know that they're brilliant. They're doing a shitty job in ridiculously tough circumstances. The badge is great. Let's not make a song and dance about it, please. Okay? Let's just not make a song. If that's the best you can do, Matt, to distract, to do your sleight of hand, your little, hey, look over here while I'm stealing your money with the other hand nonsense. Okay? It just rubs me up the wrong way. It does. It's like, I tell you what, have we not been talking about supply of PPE now for 3 weeks on this stream? Go back and look. I'm sure we've talked about PPE about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? All the time. It comes up at least once or twice a week. We're talked about logistical supplies. We've talked about using, the Mojack's happy method of getting it out. Yeah, that it's just mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling that they're still talking about putting together a robust logistical system to get the protective equipment into the hands of the people that need it. It's I can't get over it. I can't get over it. Okay, but everything will be okay because we're proud of how hard you're working. We'll spend a good couple of £1,000,000 and make sure that you guys get a shiny badge that says, you're fucking amazing. You're great. Wow. What a prat. Give me a big thumbs up if you think that Hancock is an idiot. Give me 2 thumbs up if you think he's a fucking idiot. Okay? That's how far I want to go. I don't like the man. He does my head in. And he is one for the reckoning afterwards. Can you imagine that in court? So, Mr. Hancock, we know that you were involved with trying to put together a logistical organisation for the PPE to get to the services that your ministry ministers, and well, it didn't really work. But we're going to let you off because you gave everybody a nice little shiny green badge. What about the judges? Do we get a little sort of gold badge for being court people? Would that make us feel better? Triggered beyond belief. And we're going to move on. Okay, that was just my first news article. I'm gonna play the Corona idiots because I've got a whole section dedicated one Corona idiot, and let's hope this jingle plays. There's the jingle. Where's the jingle? Where's the jingle? There's the jingle there. Right, we're going to play this. Here we go. This is no ordinary Corona idiot of the day. Okay, this is a special, my second special dedicated. Yes, here we go. Shady, you have actually named the Corona idiot of today in the chat there. You live under Trump rule, so I have no room to talk about your leaders. Absolutely, our leaders are just as pish as yours. All right, we voted them in as well. I personally didn't. Okay, I've got a badge that says I never voted for that tosser. Okay, that's what SNP stands for. I didn't vote for that tosser. It's an acronym, a dyslexic acronym. Okay, but this whole section is dedicated to that Mongo called Donald Trump. I am going to make him his own jingle. He deserves his own jingle. But this, hopefully we can get these videos playing. If it's not too crazy, let's see. No, that's just the, no, that, is that the video? Or is that, no, that's the article. Yeah. First of all, let me just say right now, I'm going to bring the article up. I don't usually bring the article up at night time, but this is worthwhile doing. I would like anybody in the chat, right, to tell me right now, okay, why Donald Trump has done this. Okay, let's just have a look. He has, where is it? There it is there. Trump halts World Health Organization funding over handling of coronavirus outbreak. What the fuck? What the fuck? I, I don't get it. Because he's a fucking toddler. Sorry, that's the best answer ever. I'm actually, do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm actually going to take a picture of that, okay? Because he's a fucking toddler. That is brilliant. Okay, I am going to immortalize that forever. I will take your name out of it, Shady. All right, but because he's a toddler, that's why he gets on so well with Boris, because their mums and dads let them have play dates together. You know, not too much sugar now at Boris's house. Okay, because last time you came back, Trumpy boy, you were a wee bit hipped up on the old white sugar that they have in the United Kingdom. They don't have the same lack of sugar over here like they do over there as they do over here. You know, yeah, it's true. It's I'll leave your name. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm going to do something with it. I might have to scroll back later and screen capture it, or go into YouTube and have it come up and put the. I'll do something with it, because that just tickled me beautifully. The man is a Mongol. The man is a Mongol. Let's just have a look at the actual article itself. It's worth having a. Oh, meanwhile, in America, bum 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 bum. No, I don't want to sign up for that shit. Fucking hell. I can look at it for free on CNN. It's mental. President Donald Trump announced Tuesday that he is halting funding for the World Health Organization while a review is conducted. He is flexing his big, poncy, childish muscles because he is a spoiled brat. He wants to lay the blame for this at anybody's door apart from his. He thinks it's the world that is wrong, not him for his mediocre response to it all, which we have catalogued previously on this show. Donald Trump is a wanker. That's what it says, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's what it says. If it doesn't, it should say that, right? It's unbelievable. The man is a joke. Okay, I feel sorry for you, Shady. I feel sorry for everybody. And if this gets watched by anybody in America that is a Trump voter, I'm hold on. I have to come closer to the camera. Hold on. I've got one thing to say to you. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You really should. There we go. It's on the internet. It's now officially real. That's friggin' crazy. The other thing as well is today. I mean, okay. Let's just get something straight just now. All right. We live in a world, Britain and America live in a blame culture. And when our leaders, from the top down to the proletarians like ourselves, when the leaders don't take responsibility, when we trip up over a microscopic crack in the pavement and hurt ourselves, we're not going to take responsibility, okay? We're going to turn around and sue everybody because it's not our fault, because we see our leaders do it. Are you laughing at me? Are you watching? Still watching this? I keep forgetting my boy's watching, and I'm swearing my head off here. Poo. Anyway, at the end of the day, it can't be helped. You know, that's democracy for you. Democracy is a funny old thing, especially when the media's on board and brainwashes the lunacy genes out of people to vote for lunatics like Trump, like Boris Johnson. And I still can't get over how our leaders have got like a little bit of slang for things going on. Like Boris Trump. Trump is an English word, not so much a Scottish word, an English word, a posh English word for fart, for farting. If you do a Trump, you're farting. Like a... That's a Trump, okay? Meanwhile, Boris is a Johnson, and we all know what a Johnson is in America, don't we? Yes, that's right. It's a bit of a dick. We know. All right. Okay. My son's laughing his ass off over there. That's great. We'll let him laugh. He likes the fart jokes. No. It's perfectly all right, Shady. He's lived with me all his life. He knows that I have a potty mouth. It's cool. It's okay. And when we're talking, listen, you don't have to curb what you say. This is after the watershed. I can say what I like, right? And trust me, he's heard me say worse. It's okay, but it's never directed at him. It's not like a child abuse thing. It's like a straightforward. Daddy has a bit of the colour. I lack in the I'm inadequate at using proper adjectives and colourful adjectives to be able to turn around and express myself meaningfully, if you know what I mean. But Donald Trump doesn't. We don't stop there with the Trump tonight. No. We will come back to that bit in a minute, because there is something else which is an absolute belter. Like, let me see if I can get this video queued up. This really, yes. Is this the one? Yes. Let me just get it queued up. This tickled me. And Shady, if when we get this coming up, I want you to actually give me your feedback on what this man is saying here. I'm not fully versed in the constitutional role of America. I used to live there, so I know a little bit. Let's see if we can get this rolling. First of all, hold on. Please work. Because it's so good. Oh, come on.
Steve, go ahead. There's a debate over what authority you have to order the country reopened. What authority do you have?
Well, I have the ultimate authority. The President of the United States has the authority to do what the President has the authority to do, which is very powerful. The President of the United States calls the shots. If we weren't here for the states, you would have had a problem in this country like you've never seen before.
You said when someone is President of the United States, their authority is total. That is not true. Who
Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to write up papers on this. It's not going to be necessary because the governors need us one way or the other, because ultimately it comes with the federal government. That being said, we're getting along very well with the governors, and I feel very certain that there won't be a problem. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Has any governor agreed that you have the authority to decide when their state
I haven't asked
back up?
anybody because I don't, you know why? Because I don't have to. Go ahead, please.
But who told you the president has the total authority?
Enough.
Just to clarify your understanding of your authority vis-a-vis governors, just to be very specific. For instance, if a governor issued a stay-at-home
When you
order,
say my authority, the president's authority, not mine, because it's not me. This is when somebody's the president of the United States, the authority is total. And that's the way it's got to be.
your authority is
It's
total.
total. It's total.
Your authority
And the
is
governors
total.
know that.
So if a
The governors know that. Now you have a couple of bands
issues
of, excuse me. You have a couple.
Could you rescind that order?
You have a couple of bands of Democrat governors, but they will agree to it. They will agree to it. But the authority of the president of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total. Look.
From the standpoint of the Constitution,
Yes,
you
constitution.
thought it should be up to the
Constitutionally,
governors.
you can look at constitutionally, you could look at federalism, you can look at it any different way. John, the fact that I don't want to exert my power is much different. We have the power. Does the federal government have the power? The federal government has absolute power. It has the power. As to whether or not I'll use that power, we'll see.
He's got the power. He's got the power. The guy is a Mongo. He is unbelievable. I swear to God, I can't get over this lunatic. I really, really can't. Not only has he sort of thrown his toys out the pram going, fuck you, world, we're not funding WHO because it's their fault for hiding the spread of coronavirus. But I am the ultimate power in America. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woohoo! What a lunatic. Woo, ha, yeah. Watching you on my TV. This is awesome. You're unbelievable. Thank you, Cognac. I love you, man. I love you so much. This is a big shout out to the Cognac. Cognac, you're amazing. Let me just whisper into your television. Hi, how are ya? We're talking about Trump. Donald Trump. We are. He's a Mongol. We don't like Donald Trump on this show. If anybody can get Donald Trump to come on my show, okay, I'm not going to stand for him putting up one finger saying, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. All right. The guy talks shit. Let's just face it, right there and then. My limited knowledge of the American Constitution, all right, my limited knowledge is basically it was kind of set up. America was kind of set up with its checks and balances. So the courts wouldn't have ultimate power. The executive branch wouldn't have the ultimate power. And the Senate and stuff like that wouldn't have the ultimate power. It's like sort of like triangle of stuff. They all check each other. Is that not correct? Am I talking shit? Hi, Equilibrium. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. I hope everything is okay in Ireland and you got rid of those stupid Easter tourists from over the Irish Sea. Crazy people going on holiday at Easter time. Loonies. Loony tickies. Yes, he makes me crazy as well, Shady. It's one of those things. He deserves to have this little bit of a special. If you ever want to come on and, vent your disgruntled discomfort about that man, you are more than welcome. I will happily send you the code. I don't mind. We don't have like hundreds of people on this stream. Okay, I can put the code publicly into that chat there. And if you want to come on and say something, crazy. The tourists are still there. Oh, a bunch of fucking idiots, man. Honest to God. I can't get over that. Mental. You want to come on? Right. Okay. If you want to come on, hold on. Let me just go copy to the clipboard. And right, copy to clipboard, copied. Great, thank you. Right, I'll stick this in, right? If anybody wants to come on and say their piece about what we just talked about with Donald, I'm more than happy to have you on. Just make sure you've got like a wee bit of a good internet connection. And yeah, all you have to do is click onto that. Jason sometimes comes on, Cognac comes on. We've had other people come on. It's good, but you'll be welcome if anybody wants to come on and talk about the Trump man. I could have a lot of fun. There's Jason. Jason will get you coming on in a second or two, brother. I'm going to bring you in, but I'm going to keep your mic muted just for a second while I chit chat more about this. So as far as I'm concerned, I could talk about Boris Johnson all day because he's a wonderful target for comedy ranting, because the man he's a popular voting type person as well. He's not a great leader in the full essence of everything. And Donald Trump to me is the same. But Donald Trump, he's far more jaded than Boris, because Donald really thinks that he's the man. He's like, I'm the president and I am so cool. Just look at me. I can't even make eye contact with cameras. I can't even do that. I just kind of like talk shit and expect you guys to get over it and to, well, I'm the boss. I was on television before I had this job. I used to sack people on television. That was the name of the show. You're fired. That was what it was called. That's what I did for a living. And then I had businesses as well, but they all failed and shit. The guy drives me bananas. He does, a bit like Boris, but we can clearly see that he has an issue with responsibility. He has an issue with basically being accountable for things. And let's just face it, the man is a toddler. That's the best description I have ever heard. Shady, you get it. You get number one for it. Right. In the darkness comes a fallen angel. Jason, are you there?
I am, brother.
Good. Let's see, in the space of 90 seconds, tell me exactly what you think, first of all, about Donald Trump and his who bit. Okay. Oh, Lazy Sod's coming on as well. We'll get him on in a second too. Just first of all, tell me about Donald Trump not wanting to fund the World Health Organization anymore. Tell me what you think of that, please.
Is your son still listening?
Yeah, it's fine. You can, as long as you don't use the. That's cool. As long as you don't use
He's a beep 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 idiot.
No, it's okay. You can swear if you want, as long as you don't use that horrible word that rhymes with hunt. Okay, I'm quite happy with it. All right, quite happy.
When I read that at tea time tonight, that Donald Trump wasn't going to pay who, I went, what the fudge is he on?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is the WHO is like the United Nations, an independent company, but he was meant to be, the United States pay WHO 158 million a year, and Donald Trump has turned around and said, "You're not getting any."
It's
like
worse.
it's like slapping a toddler with a frozen salmon in tinfoil. It's the lowest. It's the lowest of the low. And the thing is at the same time is I think Boris Johnson and Donald Trump should star in the remake of The Odd Couple, if you remember that.
Yeah,
because the thing is that was Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, and it was a classic TV. I mean, they did Grumpy Old Men, which was the film in the future when they were still alive. But the thing is Donald Trump, if he's not assassinated by unknown parties in the next couple of weeks, he's lucky. He's not going to get out.
He's not going to be assassinated, mate. He's too popular. He's exactly what the establishment want. Okay,
They said the same thing. They said the same thing about Kennedy in 1963. Kennedy wanted the troops out of Vietnam. He wanted this done. He wanted that done. He was assassinated because he was a threat to the general public.
Yeah,
God.
This is true. But
the thing about Donald Trump is
the difference between Trump and JFK was a handsome shagger and was bedding Marilyn Monroe. Nobody's going to touch Donald Trump, with that sort of thing. We respected JFK. He also wanted to change the way that the dollar was run as well. It was going to be tagged to gold or tagged to something else to make it better. He was going to do various other things to make America a much, much better place in the world, a much fairer place. But the establishment really didn't like that. He wasn't perfect. He really wasn't perfect.
The thing about Donald Trump is he is abusing his position. He's abusing his cabinet. And one thing which really gets on my wick is when he has meetings in the Oval Office, he has a psychic, a normal psychic, sitting to him to the right with tarot cards, reads his tea leaves, reads his palms, reads his stones, reads his crystals. She's a civilian and she shouldn't be sitting beside him. It's like Monty Python's Flying Circus, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's a civilian that sits beside our Boris as well. You do know that. His name is Dominic Voldemort Cummings. That's who I call him. Now, we've also
dare you
got
call
our
me?
slot here, my amazing technical whiz kid. Okay, Lazy, tell me, what do you think of our friend across the pond, first of all, withholding his money from the World Health Organization?
Not unexpected.
Mhm.
To be honest, he's started being called out by various news networks. CNN are now calling him out. Fox and Friends
Mhm.
take turns calling him out in an effort to remain impartial, and even in press conferences now. I think the next step will be vetting the press conferences with people who won't call him out. So real
Yeah.
journalism won't be allowed in. But it's essentially he's going to put the blame on everything on them, and he's already trying to convince the public, and most of his followers still agree, that he's done a great job on handling it. And it's in fact, I believe he said they've got it under control now, where they're actually one of, if not the
You're breaking up there. Have I lost the stream? No, we're back. Okay, I got a bit of a jittery lack of motion from you there, Lazy. Can you just wiggle your head a little bit so I can see you move, like I'm doing? Yeah, that's good. It's okay. I can see you move now. I can see you move. You looked like you were like frozen solid. I'm sorry. It was just like, oh my god, we have a frozen.
So yeah, essentially, he's, I believe America is like the now one of the, if not the highest mortality rate in developed world at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite sad. They've definitely surpassed as a percentage at least, but I don't know the exact numbers. I know that Spain were still up there, and ourselves as well. We're kind of like the highest in Europe now. I think we've surpassed.
I've got there's a channel I follow. He's a tech YouTuber, and he has a premises in New York, and he actually regularly streams his journey to and from work, where he shares thoughts on whatever it is that's annoying him. And the current ones, it's like riding through a ghost town.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. But
it is.
Yeah,
The whole thing is the whole thing with Donald Trump and who. I feel that he is that toddler, like Shady called him a toddler. He is that toddler, that little baby boy chucking his toys at the pram because it's like, well, nobody's taken on board what I'm saying about China because the rest of the world's been grown up about it. Okay, we want to deal with the crisis first. If we want to turn around and lay blame, we'll lay blame later. Let's deal with the crisis first. But unfortunately, our government and the American government are proper blame cultures. Shady has just said just now in the chat, and then when our country needs help from the WHO, he will scream and cry that they mismanage their resources, and that's why we can't help anyone. Absolutely. It's the same thing with the PPE over here. The British government's missed 3 opportunities to bulk buy PPE with the world's largest trading bloc, the European Union.
Not just PPE, but ventilators too. There was a European joint thing where we were entitled to get ventilators, and apparently Boris declined.
Yep, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. But
speaking of our darling clown in power, interesting comments from some COVID-19 survivors saying that Boris doesn't show any after this.
So no after symptomy type things, no after effects of it all. Is that what you're saying?
I still say he was in for fatigue. I still say he was knackered. He had a week's holiday and he's came back and he's got a bit of makeup on. He's looking pretty, and I just want to slap him with a salmon as well.
Yeah, he deserves to be slapped. Barry, if you can hear me just now, you've locked up. Your screen's locked up. You're frozen again. It might. I don't know why that's happened. Can everybody else hear me? Okay? Can you hear me? Okay, Jason?
Hell yeah, bro.
Right. That's cool. That's cool. Our Barry has. Oh,
Oh, he's back.
Hello.
he's back. He's back again. That's good. And what has happened here? There we go. I just clicked onto something else. So if
no,
you were
I-
saying,
I'm-
something there, Barry, we missed what you were saying.
I saying I firmly don't believe that you had it.
That you don't believe that you had it. I don't know. I don't think that all through the spell that when he allegedly had it, I don't want to doubt that he had it, because I think it would be an ultimate low if it turned out that he didn't have it. You know, I think that would be pretty shit. And if he was using that to make himself look a bit better in the eyes of the British public, then you know, well,
Did
that,
Jesus after he was crucified? Did he not come out from his man cave after 7 days?
yeah, Boris isn't Jesus, mate. Okay, definitely
I
not
should
Jesus.
hope not. If he thinks he's Jesus, he's got another fucking thing coming.
No, he's fine. He was also in hospital for 2 weeks, or just about 2 weeks, mate. So it's okay. It was longer than that. You know, if
More Monty Python's Brian than Jesus.
yeah, absolutely. Equilibrium is saying that her internet is questionable tonight in case she disappears. We will miss you if you disappear, my lady. And I'll be honest, don't worry about it. You can watch back what our comments were. If you do disappear, we will only say nice things about you when you've gone. All right, promise. Nice.
And
things.
you can also chat and leave messages on our Discord.
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
Yes, you can. In fact, you can go to what? Pinky, right. I have to do a pinky promise to Equilibrium, Rune says. A pinky promise that I'll only say nice things about her if her internet drops. That's the first time I've ever done a pinky promise on the internet. Thank you, Rune. You're a good boy.
I have to say, I'm getting sick and tired of listening to Donald, and I'm getting sick and tired of listening to Bojo and his things. And the thing is they say the same old shit, but just label it different every single time.
Of course they do.
And the thing is I'm sure that Bojo and Trump were having discussions behind locked doors. They're ringing up each other every 5 minutes, waiting for or they've maybe got that deal in place. But if you speak to someone for just under an hour, you're going to have to hang up and phone back, and it's free still. So that's why I reckon they've got. But basically, I'm just getting, and that Asian kid, the Chancellor. I have to say, I didn't like him at first, but I'm beginning to like him, and I'm saying he could be a better Prime Minister than Bojo. Because the thing is,
better Prime Minister than Bojo, because Bojo's a perfect pantomime character for me to take the mickey out. I can't have him being replaced by that poor lad that is our Chancellor of the Exchequer just now. All right, is when he took over the job, it was just before all this kicked off, and I can't remember why. What was the other reason? The reason the previous Chancellor left was because Dominic Cumming was wanting to push number 10's agenda over number 11's agenda, because the Chancellor of the Exchequer lives at number 11 Downing Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
he's kind of like the man that keeps the Prime Minister's spending in check, and he needs to be quite a strong character. And Dominic Cumming, who is the Dominic Voldemort Cumming, okay, is the man. I think he's evil. I think he's the most evil man in British political history, to be perfectly honest, right? And I'm saying that with a clear, straight face. He's not a nice man, all right? I firmly believe that what he has said, what he was trying to do, he was sort of like wanting to take controls of the financial reins of the country, okay, and have it all come out of number 10. But the whole point that there's number 11 Downing Street is to keep the finances in check, to make sure that they try not to, they still overspend, of course they do, right?
Exactly.
And might
Exactly.
back things as well. But it's just what happens, you know?
Hmm.
Just what happens. I'm just
Disaster with the stealth fighter that we bought.
yeah, the stealth fighter that we bought. Crazy. Right,
Do you,
hold on a
do
sec.
you not hear about that one? The jump jet.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Oh, I'll
There's
let
the
Dan
F.
say.
There's the F-22. There's the F-22, which is a potato at best. The F-35 is the foldable wing version designed for the Navy, and they bought them and realized A, none of our ordnance actually fitted it, and B, the vertical takeoff blades would shatter at high speeds, so they have to ground the whole fleet after
That's insane. That doesn't even be a thing.
12 hours on the ground.
Nah. See when you hear stories like that, okay, and like that wonderful aircraft carrier that was built just at Rosyth here, when that's actually being hired out, if I'm not mistaken, to the U.S. Marines for one of their Navy ships or something like that, because we have the manpower to float it and sail it, but we don't have the aeroplanes to land on the decks. We don't have a couple of spare squadrons of naval fighter jets for it, because if I'm not mistaken as well, we were going to go and get the Eurofighter for it, and well, we might not be in Europe anymore to get the good deal. But that's by the by. Gentlemen, one last little question on the Donald Trump part. We talked about him with The Who, and that's not the band. Okay, we're talking purely about The Who there. We're now going to briefly talk about him and his shambolic tearing up of the American Constitution. Now, we know the federal government has quite a lot of power, and through amendments they've kind of taken a little bit more power and stuff, and it's kind of quite scary. But if I'm not mistaken, there are checks and balances in place to go ahead and do this. How do you feel about him saying that, we'll go with Jason first, how do you feel about him saying that he is the ultimate power in America, that basically he can turn around and say to the governors, you can reopen the state, and if the governors said no, we can't, that he'll supersede them, because that's what it's all about. What do you think, Jay?
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Mm-hmm. The guy.
I've never heard so many lies from a president's behind.
Yeah.
I watched on the news tonight. I watched it on Sky News tonight, and I have to say, if Donald Trump thinks he can use his privileges to overcome senators who
Mhm.
basically control these states,
Mhm.
he's going to lose a lot of friends. Because the thing is I've got friends in America and I've got friends in Britain, and the thing is I've been talking about this on and off to various friends of mine since day one, and the thing is it's like watching Sooty and Sweep and Sue. You've got Sooty being Donald Trump, you've got Sweep being Boris Johnson, and you've got Sue, who is that Patel bint in Westminster. And I'll tell you one thing, it's a comedy of errors. And the thing is I'm getting sick and tired of hearing the same old crap, but just labelled differently. And it's when they say, stay safe, stay away from hospital, protect the NHS. It's like, is this the new Britain's motto or something? Stay safe, protect the NHS, stay at home. You know,
Well,
they say that at the end of every sentence, and it's getting like, it's like they're brainwashing us. It's like,
that's what it is.
we
You're
are
right.
conditioning you.
Do you not
We are
remember
conditioning.
there's been two fantastic brainwashing slogans? That's what political marketeers do now. Okay, the
Yeah.
one that was going around America was "Let's make America great again." Okay,
Oh,
that was
God.
the one that went around America. But the one that was going around the UK, don't forget it. Let's get Brexit done. How many
Oh,
people parents got that brainwashed in, and it was wrung in and out of your brain. Get Brexit done. Let's make America great again. Stay at home, save lives, protect the NHS. Yeah, that's actually quite sensible. Get Brexit done. Oh, political. The other one is actually quite sensible. The one about it all. But no, you're right. A bit of brainwashing. Barry, what do you think of our friendly president across the pond with his kind of power grab going on?
It's never going to work because presidents come and go, but the people who are still governors and all the people that sponsor them and the people that sponsor his party are still going to be around after the president's gone. And when push comes to shove, you're going to hurt them in the pocket, and it won't be allowed to happen.
Very true. No, I agree with you. The governors in America, the ones that actually are like the mini, if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of like the mini presidents of the state. You've got your senators and your what's the other house called? Senators and the House of Representatives. What are they called? The guys that work in, I can't remember.
Republicans.
No, that's the political parties, Jay.
Oh, right.
We're talking that there's senators, and then there's another house which I can't remember what they're called, and it's going to do my. Shady, you might need to keep me right on this one, please, or anybody else. But I'm sure that the governors are like the overall, like the prime ministers of the individual states or the president of the individual state. They're the ones that are in charge of it. I could be wrong, but it's the federal state as a whole when you take into everybody together, which is the federal government, and the president kind of looks after all the 50 odd states that are there. But no, you're right, Barry, it's not going to work, because there will be governors and people within the American political system that will look at this and think, well, we supported you, Trump, and you're making us all look foolish now. We can't have that because he's making them all look like total prats. Gentlemen, I have to thank you for your comments. It's really good. Have you got anything to say on the subject before I move on to something more positive?
I've got something positive for you.
Go on. Thanks, Shady. Thank you. It is the Senate and the House of Representatives. I thought it was that. Thank you very much for keeping me right. Sorry, Barry, on you go.
The Captain Tom Moore, the 99-year-old army veteran who was raising money, he has now raised more than 9 million.
Oh my God! Is this one of your jokes, or is this a fact?
Nope, it's on the BBC website.
That's amazing because this morning, last night we reported it was 2 million. Then this morning on the morning show it was 4 million, but now he's done 9 million. That guy is astounding. Astounding. You got to love him. That's amazing.
If you're going to do a New Year's honours list, that guy has to top it.
Well, if he makes it to his next birthday, he gets a birthday card from the Queen anyway, which is amazing. I would like to see him knighted. I would. I like to see him knighted. I think he deserves to have a knighthood. I think the Queen should go to his farmhouse to deliver the birthday card herself and knight him on his land and walk round the farm, his garden with him a couple of times. That would be amazing. 9 million quid. It was only 4 million this morning. Wow.
To walk a corgis.
You know what most of that is, though? That's people sitting in the house, bored out their skull, and they've got nothing else to do other than donate to that guy.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe. I'm going to start be corrupt as fuck. I'm going to keep all the money. If he can raise 9 million, wow. I'm sure that, I could just say it was 8 million. Keep 1 million for
I would do
myself.
one for guitars, but apparently I'm not allowed.
Okay. I want to do one for the kids' bedroom because we're still waiting for the fucking plumber's insurance to come through. And it won't come through until, until after this crisis is over. And by that time, I'll have gone round and decorated it partially anyway. But, it's like they're still sitting with a hole in their ceiling. That'll get fixed by the council. But the whole room needs to be redecorated. So I thought I could do a GoFundMe for that. see if I could get some money to get the kids' room done up while I'm all off. But no, I'm not allowed to do it either, which is no good. Gentlemen, thank you for your comments on this. I have something positive to end with. It's a bit of a, hopefully this video as well. Fingers crossed. Let me just, it's on Facebook, so if we get chucked off, you want to say something, Ruin? What do you want to say? No, you can't say. This is a grown-up stream tonight. You can say things on the morning stream, but not on the late night stream, I'm afraid. Okay. I can't have you on the late night stream. The morning one's okay, sweetheart. Okay, all right, which is okay. We don't mind that. Right, Ruin wanted to come up and say something about Donald Trump. He's got a lot to say about the man. I will find out what it is later, and we will may talk about that in the morning, as long as you're not using bad words. Okay. There's no bad word, but not tonight. It will be tomorrow. Okay, good boy. Right, so I'm just waiting for this particular video to reload into the Facebook thing here, and we're going to play it. It is a poem. It is a funny poem. That's it there. Great. Now we'll just make sure that it goes in. Ba-ba-da-ba. Chrome tab. I don't like to have them loaded into StreamYard if I'm not using them, because it sucks the life out the processor. But here we go. This is please don't hang. There we go. I'm going to put it right up onto the big screen. La la la. There we go. And we will press play. It is a poem about the coronavirus, done by somebody. I don't know whether he is a Scotsman or not, but we'll soon find out. Hold on. Let's get back to the beginning. It's kind of done in old Scots.
Tay, a virus. 12 months ago we didn't ken your name, nor aught about you. But lots of things have changed since then. I really must salute you. Your spreading power is quite intense. You're feeding like a gannet. Disruption caused is so immense, you've shaken our wee planet.
Is the sound okay?
Corona used to be a beer. You garnished it with limes, but now it fills us all with fear. These days are scary times. Nae shaking horns nor pecking lips is what we're all advised, but scrub them weel right to the tips, and then we'll all survive. But stay within the hushy bide, nae sneaking out for strolls, and check the lavvy every hour, and stock take your loo rolls. Our holidays have been put off. Now that's the Jet 2 patter. Go on your thermals, have a laugh, and paddle down the water. Canary Isles, no for a while. No need for suntan cream, and all because of this wee bug we ken to be 19. Now, boredom surely will set in, but have a read or doodle or plan your menu for the month with 95 pot noodles. When these run out, just look about. A change it would be nice, with beans and pasta by the ton and 20 stain of rice. But dinna think you'll wipe us out. Aye, true, a few have died. Bubonic, bird flu and TB, they came, they left, they tried. You might be callous now, my friend, as you skip from cup to cup, but once we get our vaccine, your number will be up. You bastard. Deal with that.
That is a pathetic attempt at a kilt.
Thank you,
That's kind of frightening.
No applause, please. Just
No, you're not getting applause.
How can you not know who that is?
and be
Who is it?
there. Thank you very much.
Oh, you call yourself a Star Wars fan? I'm ashamed.
Oh my God! Yes, okay, very good. I know who it is now. Thank you very much. I didn't reckon. I was too busy looking at his knees, thinking, "Holy shit! Oh my God!"
Who is it then?
Pardon?
Who is it?
It's what's his name? That was he not an imperial officer? No, that's Anthony Daniels. Looks like
Nope.
Who? Tell me then.
It's Luke's pal Wedge. That's Ewan McGregor's uncle.
Get out of town. I never knew that.
Lawson.
Dennis Lawson.
Wow.
There you go. Also found in the TV show New Tricks.
That I didn't know. That I did not know. There you have it. Right, for anybody that didn't understand what that man was saying, he was just taking the piss out the virus big time. and in old Scots, in the style of a Robert Burns poem done in a more modern way. I quite liked it because it made me laugh a little bit. But we're coming to the end of our hour for tonight, so I'm going to mute the gentlemen's mics so I can do my last bit. Anything else to say before we go, gentlemen?
Peace out.
Peace out.
If at first you don't succeed, skydiving's a bad hobby to take up.
You broke up just as you said that there, but if at first you don't succeed, what?
Skydiving's a bad hobby to take up.
Yes, skydiving's a bad hobby to take up. Yes, indeed. Right, I'm going to mute your mics and I'm going to go to the big camera myself to say goodbye to everybody. But stay in the studio, in the green room in the back there, for after I've cancelled this stream. And yes, I'll be with you in just a second. It's been a fun night tonight. A bit of a rant about our favourite president across the pond with his ultimate I am the power, and also his chucking his dummies and toys out of the stroller because he's not, he wants to blame somebody else for his inadequacies to do with the virus. We don't like him. He's an embarrassment just as much as Boris is over here. So let me just have a quick look back through the chat before we go. Equilibrium, I hope that you make it to our Discord. Anybody else that wants to join our Discord, it is there. We will probably go on to this afterwards tonight, just to have a wee hangout. I might even go into one of the voice chat rooms. I might try and do it from my phone. I've never done it from my phone before, just so I can lie on the sofa. Might go and have a wee voice chat. So if anybody wants to join us there, we'll go into the radio apocalypse. We do have a radio apocalypse. Hold on, let me just ask Barry. Barry, do we have a radio apocalypse voice chat room in Discord?
Don't think so. There are tons of voice chats.
We'll find one. We'll make one if not. If not, we'll be fine. Thank you very much. Right, Barry is my main tech head for everything to do with this, and I have to rely on him heavily because, as you well know, I am a VHS stroke Betamax analog brain in a digital world. I can't help it. I'm rubbish. He's smiling there. I can see him. Nobody else can see him, but I can see him smiling in the green room going, yes, you're a Mongo, Murray, you're a Mongo. Oh, Guinness. Nice. Jealous, brother. Jealous. Anyway, let's just say it's been fun tonight. It's been good. What's that? Is that Mixer?
No, Discord.
That's Discord. Oh, brilliant. Right, okay. My other son's just showing me Discord there. We do have a voice chat for Radio Apocalypse on Discord. Yes, we do. Brilliant. Thank you, Paxton. He's just keeping me up there. Right. So yeah, hopefully you can get anybody who wants to come across the Discord. You may come across. We'll go into a voice chat there. It'd be good to speak to you all. I think my brother's doing something just now. He might be doing his supernatural night. Let me go and have a quick look on his account as well. I like to plug my brother because he's a good guy and deserves a lot of love and attention. Let's see, who am I looking at? Subscriptions. I get Surviving Life. Ron Swanson. No, I can't see anything. There doesn't appear to be anything up there presently. Ron Swanson. Nah, it doesn't look like he's live for anything just now. So don't go to Ron Swanson's video channel for anything live just now. You can look back on what he's done. He's got a lot of good stuff to look at, but I don't think he's live just now. If not, come and join us in Discord, have a wee chit chat, and it would be good to see us all there. So nighty night, let's play the outro, and we'll be back in the morning for some morning coffee and a good ranting session at the what's it called? Oh, he's on Mixer tonight, Shady. Is he on Mixer? Can you have a look to see if Ron is on Mixer, please? Pardon? We will do, but I like to plug my brother's stuff because I like his stuff. It's well worth watching. Surviving Life on Mixer. I don't know. You've not followed him yet. You're terrible. I'll go and look it up myself. Shocking. My son's not even followed his uncle. Terrible. Following. Surviving life. Oh yeah. No, he's not on just now either by the looks of things. I can't see. No, he's not on. That's a shame. I thought he'd be doing his he usually does a supernatural thing on a Wednesday night, which is really good fun. Anyway, let's go. Let's disappear into the night before I ramble on too much more. I'm going to speak to these guys in the green room for a couple of minutes. We'll be across in Discord in about 5 minutes or so. But until then, we will see you in the morning when we have morning coffee. Good night, everybody. We are going now, away, away. We are going now. Clicking in broadcast, so I'll see you.